Hello and welcome to People and Platforms. I'm Carlo-Marcel, your host and an HR professional committed to making sense of the real issues shaping workplaces today. We are tackling a question that's becoming more urgent for organizations and employees alike, that is hybrid work and its sustainability in Zimbabwe. We are going to dig into the realities, explore which roles work well in a hybrid model, and look at something that we don't talk about enough. That is the generational divide in attitudes towards hybrid work. Let's get started. Globally, the pandemic made hybrid work not just an option, but a necessity. Companies from Silicon Valley to Kigali to Johannesburg to Harare, they embraced remote work and digital collaboration tools almost overnight. In Zimbabwe, many organizations, especially in sectors like finance, NGOs, professional services, they also followed suit. However, sustaining hybrid work beyond the crisis has proven challenging, especially here at home. According to IPC, Zimbabwe, a 2022 survey showed that 68% of Zimbabwean professionals preferred some form of remote work, yet only around 30% of organizations had policies to support it. So, why the gap? Zimbabwe's unique context plays a big role. It's important to understand why hybrid work is not an easy plug and play solution here. Hybrid work faces significant barriers in Zimbabwe, among which are infrastructure instability. We cannot ignore the elephant in the room: power cuts and unreliable internet. Load shedding remains frequent and unpredictable. Even when there is power, broadband connectivity can fluctuate dramatically depending on where you live. The cost of connectivity is also an issue. The 2023 Portras report shows that Zimbabwe has some of the highest mobile data costs in Africa. A stable Zoom call might consume several gigabytes, and for many, that's simply unaffordable. The management mindset. Many leaders equate physical presence with productivity. The same 2022 survey found that over half of managers were skeptical about whether remote employees were truly working. The nature of work also is a determinant. Not all jobs can be done remotely. Sectors like mining, let's say manufacturing, retail operations, and hospitality are fundamentally location dependent. These realities mean hybrid work must be approached carefully and selectively. Despite these challenges, hybrid work is sustainable for certain roles, particularly those that are focused on digital outputs rather than physical processes. Now, here is where hybrid work tends to thrive: finance and accounting. Most processes are now digital, from reconciliations to reporting, requiring some secure systems but not constant physical presence. IT and software development, coding, testing, and remote support can be efficiently managed from anywhere, really. Administrative support. Many HR or procurement and documentation tasks can shift online. NGO project work is not excluded. Project planning and donor engagement can be done remotely, although the physical field work need to be done in the field. So this also goes for consultancies, which may just need periodic meetings, otherwise they can be done remotely. The key is to focus on outputs rather than monitoring hours. Now, let's bring a critical dimension often overlooked in Zimbabwe's hybrid work debate: the generational attitudes. Different age groups have very different relationships with work and with technology. The younger professionals, say under 35, they are often digital natives who have flexibility and autonomy. They do not want traditional models. However, they also face practical hurdles: working from a crowded family home, lack of dedicated workspace, and unreliable internet. The mid-career professionals, 30 to 50, they often are split in opinion. Some enjoy hybrid work flexibility, while some miss the structure and networking benefits of the office. They tend to be cautious about career visibility. They are worried if they will be out of sight, out of mind for promotions if they work remotely too much. The older professionals, 50 plus, they tend to prefer in-person work. Many of them feel hybrid models weaken team cohesion and make mentoring younger staff more difficult. Some also face a steeper learning curve with digital collaboration tools. So this generational divide is backed by fundings from Deloitte's Africa 2023 Talent Report, which noted that younger employees in Africa were 28% more likely to prefer hybrid work over those that are over 50. These differences mean that a one-size-fits-all approach to hybrid work simply will not work in Zimbabwe. Organizations need to consider demographics when designing hybrid policies so that they apply to the employee demographic that the organization has. So hybrid work isn't just about location, it's about how work is managed. This is why responsible autonomy is crucial. This means that employees have the flexibility but also clear deliverables and timelines. Employers should measure outcomes, not hours at a desk. Regular communication, of course, remains in place. And maybe we make use of virtual check-ins, progress updates, and team interactions, which always remain important. The 2023 Deloitte report found that organizations practicing responsible autonomy have up to 24% employee engagement compared to those relying on micromanagement. Hybrid work thrives where trust exists and where expectations are clear. So, here is my take. Hybrid work is sustainable in Zimbabwe, but only where conditions support it. It works best in roles driven by digital output, with employees who can self-manage and infrastructure that can support remote operations. But for hybrid work to succeed long-term, we need infrastructure investment to reduce power and connectivity barriers, as we have discussed. Leadership mindsets shifts towards trust and performance-based management is more required. And there should be policies that are tailored to roles and mindful to generational differences. It is not about eliminating offices, but it's about giving people a choice while ensuring business results. Thanks for joining me today on People and Platforms. I'm Carlo-Marcel. If your organization has tried hybrid work or you're navigating perhaps the challenges, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe for more conversations about the future of work, people, and the platforms that connect us. Until next time, keep building workplaces where people and platforms thrive together.